What up, y'all? Welcome to our new edition of Conspiracy Court. This week, we're going to be dealing with the curious case of John Pelletier. You ready, Your Honor, for me to present this case?
Listen. Quiet. I need a little bit of order in my court. I want to get this started. Bailiff, can you hand me the papers and files? Thank you. Okay. I seem to have. What file are you on? The second file? Third? Third
No,
file.
we're
All
going to be
right, go
starting.
ahead. Plead
We're
your
we're going to
case.
be starting from file 1, Your Honor. Do you have files 1 through 4
All
in
right.
front of you?
Yes, I do. Let me correct that. Go ahead. Start your case. Plead your case.
Okay, let's get into it. So, right here we have our case. So what happened here? Your Honor, today I am prosecuting John Pelletier, Maui police chief, for being the elite's janitor, sweeping up their messes from Vegas to Maui to Diddy's rape pad. This ain't a cop, Your Honor. This is a fixer with a badge popping up at every disaster like a ghost in the machine. The Vegas shooting, he's there. The Maui fires, he's chief and coroner. Diddy's gang rape, he's the muscle. Is it a coincidence? Bullshit. It's a pattern, and we're here to crack it open, Your Honor. So let's start with the spark that we see on the screen. So, Your Honor, on March 7th, 2025, an amended lawsuit drops. Ashley Parnham and two Jane Does sue Sean Diddy Combs for a 2018 gang rape in Orinda, California. Who's named co-defendant? Chief John Pelletier, then a Las Vegas police captain. The suit says he posed as a Contra Costa sheriff, told Parnham to go home after she was raped, and get this, kidnapped two witnesses at gunpoint, drove them to Vegas in a black SUV, then to San Francisco to watch Diddy's crew beat, drug, and threaten them. That's not police work, Your Honor. That's thug shit. Now, before we had this spark, Your Honor, we had some other circumstantial evidence that we felt just wasn't enough at the time, to bring this case. But then, once this spark came in and we started to see a clearer picture of this guy hopping around, we built the case, we presented it to you. So now I'd like to present to you our next piece of evidence, the Vegas shooting, the Route 91 shooting. Rewind to October 1st, Your Honor. Vegas, Mandalay Bay, 59 dead, 500 injured. It is the deadliest shooting in U.S. history. Pelletier's the incident commander. He's running the show. The official story, he says lone gunman is Stephen Paddock. But the 911 calls, hundreds of them came in, and they said there was multiple shooters, Your Honor. They said there was bursts from different spots. Cops ignored these calls. The tapes of the calls vanished, and Pelletier's team says, no, you got it wrong. It's one guy. Really? 59 bodies, Your Honor, and they don't chase down every lead? It sounds like a cleanup to me. Shut it down, bury the truth, protect the elites pulling the strings, and then it gets even crazier. So we have this guy involved with Diddy, Your Honor. We have him running the incident. You see on the screen the Route 91 shooting in Vegas. I'm sure you remember that, Your Honor. Now we get to this. Where
Yes,
else
I
does
do.
he
I
pop
remember.
up?
I remember going over that case.
Yes. He pops up in Lahaina, Your Honor. Fast forward to August 2023, Lahaina, Maui. Population 12,702 folks. 102 are dead, Your Honor, in the worst wildfire in a century in this country's history. Pelletier's the chief, the coroner, at the same time? How does that make sense? The chief and the coroner wearing dual hats, having total control. He blocked the roads. There were no sirens. Kids burned alive. Pelletier's excuse, Your Honor? He said the chaos is not my fault. Bullshit. You were the chief. You were the coroner. That means you own the scene and the bodies. Perfect to scrub the evidence. If you own the scene and the bodies, you decide what happened. Maybe, but Pelletier's there and he's mopping up the elite's mess once a fucking again. The pattern, Your Honor. I'm gonna leave it at this. So I'm just gonna have a little bit of say about this man right here on the screen, the pattern. And I hope you've been reading this information on the screen, Your Honor, in your files that you have in front of you. And I hope the people in the chambers have too. But I'm gonna connect the dots. 2017, Vegas, Pelletier hushes the massacre. Lone gunman fairy tale, he says, right? 2018, Diddy's rape is the muscle, silencing victims with a fake badge and a gun. Then fast forward to 2023 in Maui, he's a chief and a coroner, locking down a fire that reeks of elite land grabs. Come on, dog. Come on, Your Honor. I'm sorry for coming out of my character like that. I'm just a little upset. 3 disasters,
It's
one
fine. I'll let
guy.
it go.
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor. 3 disasters, Your Honor, and 1 man. He's always where the elite need their dirt swept. Diddy's trafficking empire, you know, Vegas, Maui, you know. I, it's just it's incredible to me that we have come this far and we have amassed this much evidence, but that is my case, Your Honor. I'm gonna turn it over to you, and I'm gonna
I mean,
let you rule on it.
okay. I got about a question or two here for you. What's how are the tapes relative to the situation that we're speaking of? If the tapes are lost and out of file, how can I use that as a reference point for what we're speaking on?
Well, the tapes are relevant in the aspect that it shows that somebody is trying to cover up evidence of this investigation, because if the police are in possession of the tapes and then they're not, where did they go and why? Isn't that evidence? Isn't it a police officer's job to preserve it? So, Your Honor, that to me is a whole mess of circumstantial evidence, but it ties the whole rest of the case together, in my opinion.
I think it's kind of a broad I think it's a kind of broad perspective, but I'll allow it. Besides the pattern of Diddy, Vegas, and all of that, um, I understand you're judging his character. This is what we're here to do. Taking into thought everything that you've gone over today, I feel that the evidence against the plaintiff is pretty damning. I don't see how they've allowed him to walk, but I know that in my court, these things won't be allowed. I want to claim that the defendant is guilty